Hey everyone, and welcome to Wig It Out with Nikki. Today I'm with my beautiful goddess of a hairdresser, Miss Kennedy from the Beehive Salon in Centralia, Washington. And she has agreed to come on film and talk about cutting and styling wigs and what we, between her and I, both look for and what we decide to do before we start cutting. It's really important that you trust your hairdresser, especially because, it's a wig, it's not gonna grow back, and we wanna do it right the first time. So, Miss Kennedy, when you go to cut and style a wig, what are some of the things you take into consideration before you even start trimming?
Yeah, so I always start with a consultation. Because when I sit here and I look at this wig, it looks so pretty, and I was like, I love it. It's so beautiful. The color is amazing.
The pictures and videos do not do this color justice.
Yeah.
There's so much dimension to this particular wig.
It is so pretty. So do you like the style of it right now?
I do like the style. What my issue is and why I want it trimmed is actually because I, throughout the day, am constantly doing this. And I have been working on it because this is not a heat-friendly wig, so this is a regular synthetic.
Okay.
So I have been wetting it down and clipping it to the side to kind of train the bangs. But even if they don't go to the side, I would like to not have to do this all day or be limited to clipping it to the side. But otherwise, I feel like the shape is really great.
Yeah.
And the cut itself is perfect. It's just, as wigs, they're designed and made to be longer so that they'll work on anyone. And so, of course, we have to trim it to my very short forehead.
Yeah. Yeah. So then what we'll do is go through, what we'll do is we'll go through and I'll just kind of mess and play. One thing that we kind of talked about before is she does wear glasses. So I always make sure that we have something that can replicate the glasses. If we don't have them.
I wore contacts today, sorry, I wasn't thinking.
But yeah, so because we're doing the front, I'll just have you take the glasses on and off because it changes when you have your glasses on and when you take them off. The hair might be able to sit a little bit more on the glasses so that you don't have to pin it up. It'll just kind of sit nicely. But then when you take them off, they're gonna fall a little bit more into your eyes.
Okay.
So we always want to take that into consideration. The other thing is it is a wig, so it's not going to grow back. As a hairdresser, when I cut bangs, people were like, cut them a little bit shorter so we have more time in between appointments. But with the wig, you really want to make sure it is right where you are wanting them to sit forever. So until you cut them again. When I go through and cut, I take a little bit off, and then I do a little bit more if we need to take more. So are you ready to cut? Is there anything else that you...
Yes. So the first time we came in, you were amazing. I brought like 6 or 7 wigs.
we just went through them.
And we just went through them. And I'm gonna have to say that it was amazing that you were willing to do that. But I found myself getting kind of tired, like working and adjusting the wigs. So I have one that when I actually wear, it's up a little bit higher than what we intended because I did not have the wig situated correctly. So the one thing I can suggest is taking a few extra moments. You've put your wig on at home, now you're here, is actually looking and making sure the wig is sitting where you want it. So doing the adjusting, making sure that your hairline doesn't show, making sure that you have your ear tabs where you want, and just taking the time and making sure you've adjusted and the wig is sitting on your head when you want it, where you want it after the cut. Because if we don't take that few extra moments now, you're gonna get home and the next time you go to wear the wig, it's not gonna look quite correctly because it wasn't situated and positioned correctly.
Yeah, and I also am like, take your time. I can sit here and wait, we can play with it, we can adjust as we go even too. If you're like, okay, I feel like this isn't sitting right, and I'll be like, okay, let's adjust. And even maybe even stand up, walk around if you need to, because I'm sure it shifts as you move and different things you do. So
yeah, so I think we're ready to start cutting now that we've discussed it. Oh, also, if you are going to a new hairdresser, it might be helpful to bring pictures. That way, so Kennedy and I have been working together for years, so we can kind of communicate. She knows what I like, knows what my style is. If I were going to someone new, I would either bring in a stock photo why I bought this particular wig because it sat or looks a particular way on the model, or a picture of what I'm anticipating, what look I want to go to, and what I'm visualizing. Just because communication can be difficult when you have a new stylist, that you might refer to something as one way and they interpret or see it as another. So being very clear and concise with a new hairdresser, well, any hairdresser, but having visual aids can sometimes really help.
Yeah, and like she said, when you build the relationship with your hairdresser, it'll just get easier and more comfortable for both of you as time goes on.
All right.
Okay,
So here we
ready?
go. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put the beautiful cape on you.
I know I'm very stylish, setting a new trend with these capes.
Just want to leave with them on.
Right? I think I tried that one time. Like I just got up and I was like, peace out. And you're like, wait, my cape.
Let me take it off for you.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, just thought I'd flip it around and be a superhero for a day.
Okay. So
We might have to change angles or change the view, and that's what we can do.
Okay.
So, want me to pause?
Sure.
Okay.